I think there's some fan questions, and one person was asking. I was wondering, could you ask her, is Chicago the hospital system to blame for LA's passing? Because I heard he could have went to a closer hospital, but since he had just turned 17, he couldn't go to that hospital. I was wondering if that's true or not.
It's kind of true, because they didn't have a trauma center at that hospital.
Okay.
But they had a children's hospital.
Okay.
But I don't even know if it's a trauma center.
What does it matter, though?
Right.
To me, what does it matter?
It's like
saving life.
Yes, it's like two hospitals together. They got the children's part and the regular part. And they didn't have trauma, so that's why they didn't take him there. They took him to Northwestern, and it was like further north, like past downtown.
Wow.
And he just lost too much blood. I think if he would have went to that hospital, or if he would have went to another hospital, it wouldn't have made a difference, because the injuries.
Okay.
So.
You know what it is, right? They purposely, hospitals, the good hospitals are never near the hoods.
Yeah, I know.
And so if let me like in the area like this, and like the area that I grew up in, I grew up in a house I grew up and I live in a house kind of like this house right now, that we're doing this location, and we call the ambulance whenever I get hurt, and they take me directly. They won't take me to the hospital that I usually go to in downtown that's farther away, because they take it 5 minutes away. So to me, I think that it's purposely done that way, so that you have to travel farther.
Yeah, and it's a better chance you're gonna die, because it take you too long to get to where you need to be.
It's part of the systematical racism, and people don't realize it. People really don't realize it, that's the way the hospital system works. I used to see African American women that would take 6-hour bus drives just to get to the hospital that they needed to get to do the dialysis.
Wow.
And then 6 hours back.
That's terrible.
After doing dialysis. It's crazy. So the night that Leonard passed, can you talk about, I know that's a little tough, but if you don't mind talking about how you got the call, how you felt when you got the call, and everything that transpired after.
Well, I didn't really feel like, when I got the call, I just felt like I was a little worried, but I wasn't a lot worried. And somebody came to pick me up. And when they came to pick me up, we rode past, and I can see the crime scene.
Okay.
I was able to look back and see the crime scene, and I could see a whole lot of police back there.
Okay.
And that got me worried. It made me worried.
Okay.
At first I wasn't worried. That worried me, and I felt like, wow, I need to hurry up and get there. But then when I got there, he was in surgery already.
Okay.
And I remember leaving, and I went to the store and played the lottery, and just regular. I was leaving out, going to the store, and Dirk and Tatum was coming in, and they went up, and I went to the store and did whatever I needed to do and come back, and he was still in surgery when I came back, and I never, but I was just feeling very uneasy and nervous. I felt real nervous, but my niece, she wanted something sweet. She wanted a cake pop or something. I remember taking her downstairs in the hospital to get a cake pop. And before I can get back up there, they came out and said that he had passed away. So I think it happened like that for a reason, because I probably wasn't able to take that or handle that, for them to tell that to me. So when I got up there, everybody was just going crazy and ballistic, and I couldn't process it. So I left. Everybody was up there, and I left, and I went downstairs, and I just went downstairs by myself, because it was just too much going on. It was like chaos. And I didn't want to be around it, so I left, and I went downstairs and stayed downstairs for like an hour and 30 minutes. And then when I came back up, they had told me that I had to tell everybody that they had to leave, because they wouldn't let me see him. So
I heard that.
I told everybody they had to go.
And
they let me see him or whatever, and I just felt like it was unreal. He just looked like a baby to me.
Yeah.
Like he was wrapped up real tight like a baby from the neck down, and they said I couldn't touch him.
Yeah.
That was like terrible. How you can't touch your child?
Yeah. Like,
you know?
Like, who are you to tell me?
But they said he was evidence, and I couldn't touch him. I only can touch from the neck up, and that was like devastating to me. You know, so it was just crazy. And it's a day that something that I would never ever forget. I would never imagine it. Outliving my son. I would have never imagined him dying or being killed. That was like the furthest thing from my mind. I would have never thought that would happen to him. And it's still unbelievable right now.
One person wanted to know, I don't know why they want to know this. They said, did he act any different the way the day that he was murdered? How was he acting the day as?
You know what? The morning when he woke up, it's you know what? It's crazy that they asked that because he had court, so he didn't go to school. So I remember I didn't have my car, so we had a ride. Gave him a ride to JB house. Okay. And we get to the corner of JB house, and we was just gonna let him out on the corner. Okay. And he was like, "No, turn the corner and pull up to the house, let us out in the house." And I remember my friend saying, "Man, what's up with you? Why you don't want to get out at the corner? Somebody after you or something? Somebody trying to do something to you or something?" And he was like, "No, man, just pull up, turn the corner and pull up and let me out." And that was just like so. Like after when I thought about it later on, like damn, that was so eerie for him to say. There's somebody after you or somebody trying to do something to you. And he said no. But then somebody did something to him the same day. Somebody killed him the same day. That was, he felt so bad behind that. Like, man, I wish I wouldn't have never said that to him. I said, well, you saying that to him, that didn't get him killed. That's just, it was just something that was just a coincidence.
And so it could have, and just like you said, you didn't know L.A. Capone, Leonard. So there could have been something going on that you didn't know about.
Exactly.
That you just didn't know
because
about.
I'm his mother. A boy not going to tell his mama what he's going on in the streets.
Exactly.
Even though I'm a cool mama or whatever.
You're just not going to say it.
But you still ain't going to tell your mama, mama, it's some guys after me or some guys on there. Who going to tell that to
Why would you? That's going to keep your mom awake all night anyways, but why would you do that anyway? It just doesn't make any sense. Right now. Where do you think he would be? What do you think he'd be doing? Do you think he'd be independent, having his own label, major label deal? You think? Did he have a rapper that he wanted to partner with, work with?
You know what? The morning of when we was talking, and we was talking about labels and all this kind of stuff, and he was talking about Grand Hustle, and that Grand Hustle was looking at him, and he told me he like, but I don't want to go with Grand Hustle. I want Baby or Jay-Z or somebody to pick me up. And I was like, what's wrong with T.I.? I was like, dude, T.I. decent. And then you'll be back down south where you from, where you just left. And he was like, yeah, Mom, you right. And yeah, he
But look at what Baby, look at what all the news is coming out to happen with Baby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
wow, that would have been dope.
Yeah.
Leonard on Grand Hustle.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been something.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to cut today, and I appreciate it, and we will see you again. Tomorrow we'll be finishing up part 2. I appreciate you coming down to Houston tonight. It's been a long day.
Yes, I'm so tired.